We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. The New York Knicks come into this one after a win against the Rockets in Houston. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. I mean, amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you see a team get... that hot away from home.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then there's Aflalo. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Galloway in at the point. Here's Galloway. Porzingis passes to Galloway. Terrific design. On the pick play, and he lays it in. Galloway has got the first basket of the game for the Knicks. Parsons on the wing. Nowitzki with the screen on Anthony. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. Nowitzki, no good.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Poked away, and it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Nowitzki with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Just 3 to shoot. That's tipped. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Dallas on defense. Galloway kicks to Aflalo. To Porzingis. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Hey, guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
It's Anthony with the drive. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Outside Williams. Pass to Nowitzki. Looking to end the drought. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
Dirk Nowitzki, what can you say? Future Hall of Famer, too many accolades to list, but most important, NBA champion and Greg Finals MVP in 2011.
Yeah, and Kevin, history has proven time and time again, you really need a future Hall of Famer on your team to win a championship. Just look at all the teams that have won the title through the years.
And there's the pass to Porzingis. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Anthony. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that. You know, back to Nowitzki being that Hall of Famer, you need to win a championship. Guys like LeBron, Duncan, Kobe, Jordan, Magic, Bird, Isaiah, all Hall of Fame guys who led their teams to the championship.
Here's Williams. Following the score by New York. That drops.
I really hope he doesn't try that move again. It worked the one time, but he's not the guy to be working the crossover.
And talking about Nowitzki, as one of the greatest players ever, he's also one of the most unique players ever. His ability to score back to the basket from up to 18 feet really, to me, is unbelievable. Without that unique skill, the Dallas Mavericks have no rings.
Here's Williams after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Good. And that's now 6 points for Deron Williams.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package.
He hits both from the stripe. And back to Chandler Parsons. His versatility is so valuable to any scheme. We've now seen that in both Houston and Dallas. He gives you percentages and good production every time out.
He does, Kevin, but the one area where I'd like to see him improve is his physical strength. I mean, to take his game to the next level, he's got to be able to play through contact a little bit better. If he can do that, we're talking about a guy who could be a perennial all-star.
Anthony's shot is off. Mavericks trailed by 5. Got that one up quick. Matthews has got his first bucket of the night. Here's Galloway. And it's a Flalo penetrating. Got a hand on it. Williams with the ball. Parsons on the wing. From deep. Can't hit. Anthony with the defensive effort. New York leading by 3. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anthony's got 10 points in the game.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
Going back to Nowitzki, his value at this point of his career cannot be measured by stats alone.
Exactly, and that's what wasn't there last year, that great team of guys around him, because that's really when he's at his very best. He can still fill it up fast, and he's one of the smartest players in the league, too.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. Pick by Williams. Grant kicks to Anthony. And it's blocked.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Barea. And it comes off the front of the rim. Grant outside. It's stolen by Barea. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. That's good. Jenkins got his first basket of the night.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
The shot's good from O'Quinn.
And for the Knicks last season, they actually shot decently on the road. They just didn't play any defense, and that's kind of what did them in.
Barea dishes to Powell. And O'Quinn sends it back. There's the screen. Grant the pass to Williams. Williams double team. Stolen by Anderson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, you know, going back to the Knicks on the road, they just forgot to defend the three-point shot. I mean, they had the worst three-point field goal percentage defense with their opponents making 40% of their threes against them. That was the worst in the league.
And last year, we saw Coach Rick Carlisle pass the 600-win mark. Former Coach of the Year award winner, has had so much success here in Dallas. One of many coaches to play for the 80s Celtics.
Shot's good.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Williams gets the bucket.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Good on the shot.
Great D. He picked it off and took it all the way for the solo finish.
And with Coach Carlisle, he's had great success, Greg, as you're talking about, down in Dallas. Now in his 8th season, he's never finished under 500 with the Mavericks. Only finished under 500 once in his whole career. And Clark, he only missed the playoffs twice as a head coach.
Well, we had him in Indiana, and he's fantastic as a basketball coach. And the Mavericks have made it known that he can hang around and coach as long as he'd like to. That's pretty high praise for Rick Carlisle. Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
New York calls timeout. And guys, what a spark plug J.J. Barea has been throughout his career. When he comes in the game, you can feel the lift. We saw a couple games against Houston in the playoffs. Saw it back in 2011 in the championship season for the Mavs.
That's a great point. I mean, he has an energizing effect on his teammates, the fans, and the announcers. I mean, he just brings so much spirit and hustle to the games. Very hard not to root for a guy like that. Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And Williams slams it in.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already. For me, my favorite memory of Barea, his outstanding postseason in 2011. The Mavericks had to get through the Lakers and the Heat to win their first championship. And Barea broke down those defenses by screaming to the hoop every chance he got. Actually, he squirted to the hoop.
And again, New York running the court in transition. Williams can't get it to go.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Williams kicks to Nowitzki. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 6 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
And getting back to Barea's contributions against the Lakers back in 11, Barea led a fourth-quarter comeback in Game 2 to help the Mavs win. Big swing in that series. And then after the game, Kobe Bryant said that Barea kicked our you-know-whats. And ultimately, Barea helped the Mavs go on to win their only championship. A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last three ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
New York leading by 6. Feeds it to Grant. High, arcing shot. And that one's good. Grant's got 7 points.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Parsons. Seraphin dishes to Grant. Vujicic kicks to O'Quinn. The Knicks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. The first free throw is good. And so O'Quinn nails both of them. Here is Williams. 8 points for him. He feeds it to Pachulia. Wesley Matthews on the wing. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh? No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Knicks lead by 8. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New York.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Williams is out there with Matthews. And it's Pachulia in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And, guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Lazy defense there, though, fellas. Somebody's got to be willing to put their body on the line and try to impede his pass there.
That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Parsons. New York shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Dallas might always be considered a football town, but they take their basketball seriously here too. Huge attendance numbers. A long string of games for consecutive sellouts for the Mavs, not only last season, but for many years gone by.
And how about being third in the league in average attendance? And by percentages, they were first as they oversold the capacity of their stadium on average.
So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Wizards in Washington.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Outside Williams. Parsons against Anthony. Kept alive. And Parsons slams it in.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Mavericks trailed by 8. Matthews into the lane. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Kicks it to Carmelo. Passes it to Porzingis. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career, and I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
Williams kicks to Parsons. Back to Williams. Parsons attacking. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defenders.
Clock at 6. Back to Anthony. The stupendous finish in traffic. Anthony's got 6 in the quarter. For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
Nowitzki with the steal. And here's Pachulia. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And Aflalo kicks to Galloway. Outside Anthony. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Pachulia.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
He hits the second from the line. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Galloway. Outside Anthony. And the layup is good. Anthony's got 20 points. Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles. And as they always seem to do, the Mavs feasted on the Eastern Conference last season. Dallas would end up with 50 wins on the year, and 21 of them coming against the East.
And he's good on the second. As you said, the Mavs just taking it to the Eastern Conference. It's been that way for a long time, it seems. They've really carved out that number.
Well, under the Mavs' current ownership, they have never had a losing record against the Eastern Conference, Kevin. Beating up the East is why they've been in the playoffs so much in the last 15 years. He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Williams kicks to Nowitzki. The feed to Matthews. Parsons outside. The Mavericks rebound. Tries yet again. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Galloway, the pass to Porzingis. And the 3 off target. Mavericks trailed by 10. Taken away by Anthony. Here's Galloway. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Assist from
Galloway has got his second basket of the night.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And Matthews kicks to Williams. To end the run, Nowitzki. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
New York calls timeout.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Porzingis. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. Anthony dishes to Vujacic. Grant with the ball. He's picked up by Jenkins. No good from Grant.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Anthony. Mavericks trailed by 10. Here's Jenkins. And the shot falls short this time. Knicks have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Nobody near Williams. Offensive rebound. Beyond the arc. Charlie Villanueva grabs the miss. The Mavericks shooting at 46%, making some buckets. He kicks it to Barea. The dish to Jenkins. Pass to Villanueva. Just 5 to shoot. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3 ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
And Derek Williams, the basket on the assist by Grant. 8 points for Williams.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
It's deflected. It's deflected. Anderson passes to Villanueva. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Here's Jenkins. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Well, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Outside for Barea. Dishes it to Powell. Out to the right wing. Pass to Jenkins. Fires for three. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Jenkins got 5 now.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
Mavericks trailed by 8. They set the pick. He dishes it to Barea. The tray. Shot is off. So New York will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
And there's the pass to Powell. Feeds to Villanueva. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And Jenkins kicks to Villanueva. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
That's his second personal foul.
No good on the free throw. And no good on the second free throw. So he goes 0 for 2 there.
Wow. Wow. If I were a coach, I could just only shake my head. They have been absolutely awful from the line this quarter. You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or two, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Grant gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Powell. Deep 2 from Anderson. It's rebounded by New York.
And this should be the last possession of the quarter.
Exactly. I'm right with you there, Greg. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. Make sure you get the last shot here.
Vujacic dishes to Grant. He feeds it to O'Quinn. 4 seconds left.
Excellent, excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Knicks out front, up 10. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
Let's start the second half strong and keep it going.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Melo having a terrific game. 22 points, and he was able to come up with one steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
And New York looking at who they've got. Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Aflalo. And it's Galloway in at the 1. Well, for Darren Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
Matthews passes to Pachulia. Outside Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Galloway kicks to Lopez. Passes it to Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
That is called.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Matthews against Aflalo. Matthews into the lane. That's good. Matthews has got 8 points.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And Williams, here we go. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Ball's knocked loose. Lopez with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's New York. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Well, I'll tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim. And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons. Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5. Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Parsons. Excellent D there from Anthony. And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And, Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
Nowitzki a screen. Williams dishes to Matthews. Shot clock at 6. Stolen away. Aflalo left side. No good. Good D by Matthews. Mavericks trailed by 17. And Nowitzki gets it to go down on the assist from Parsons.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
New York calls timeout.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Here's Galloway. He's guarded by Williams. There's a screen. Aflalo the pass to Lopez. Banked in off the glass. Lopez has got his first points of the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Pachulia, no luck. New York leading by 17. Galloway Kicks to Lopez. Anthony against Parsons. Anthony dishes to Galloway. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Galloway has got his third basket of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Mavericks trailed by 20. Matthews into the lane. Taken away by Anthony. Lopez passes to Carmelo. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Assisted.
Anthony's got 9 points in the quarter. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Knicks?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Pass to Porzingis. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
And we've seen Dallas just be fantastic since the start of the new millennium. Year in and year out, they seem to always win 50 games. Hit that mark again last season.
Well, last season they won 50, Greg, as you just said. That marked Clark the 12th time. It happened since 2000.
Well, clearly this franchise has been committed to winning. I mean, you hear that from a lot of franchises, but they often aren't willing to take the risk that the Mavericks take. The Mavs do a good job of putting their money where their mouth is.
And Matthews kicks to Williams. Takes a 3. But they get it back. Back to Matthews. No good on the 3.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
And the shot is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence. Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the Knicks. Grant comes in for Langston Galloway. Aflalo dishes to Carmelo. And stolen by Nowitzki. Here's Matthews. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there. And a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Williams, he's checked in for Porzingis. Matthews with it. Now defended by Grant. Williams with the steal. And now here comes Williams leading the break. And it's Anthony top of the key. Here's the screen. Back to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Will not drop through. That miss puts him at 6 for 10. Poked away. To the paint. Here's Nowitzki. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. Nowitzki's got 17 now. Anthony drives in. Outside Matthews. Kicks it to Williams. Now the feed to Nowitzki. Nobody near Parsons. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. Williams for 3. The Knicks pull it in. Williams has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
That's good.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Williams kicks to Pachulia. The jump hook. That one a little long.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
A different look for New York. Serafin comes in for Anthony. And it's Vujicic in for Aaron Aflalo. Now, here's Grant. Guarded by Barea. Clock at 4. It's deflected. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Off target with his 3. The Knicks leading by 20. Here's Grant. And laid in to finish the break. Grant's got 9 points.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficiently.
And that one's good.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Barea lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Barea's got his first bucket of the night. The kick out to Williams. And the rebound goes to Villanueva. Villanueva's got 4 rebounds in this game. Anderson can't get it to go. The Knicks shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. And O'Quinn kicks to Vujicic. There's the dish to Serafin. Low block shot. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Barea with it. Now defended by Grant. Barea kicks to Anderson. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got his 6th assist on the night. The Knicks leading by 18. Grant the pass to Vujicic. Back to Grant. Williams sends a screen for Grant. Williams attacking. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Grant dishes to Vujicic. The shot is off. Now Dallas takes it the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the 2nd of 5 straight played at home.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Grant outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. 15 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Anderson's shot is off. It's stolen by Jenkins. No one near him. Not enough on that one as it misses. On up the court. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Knicks lead. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Mavericks trail by 18. J.J. Barea is out there with John Jenkins. Then there's Charlie Villanueva. Then there's Anderson. And it's Powell in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Here's Villanueva. No good off the back of the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Dishes to Powell. Lopez over to help. Powell kicks to Villanueva. Inside.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony.
Soft touch off the glass. Anthony's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for New York.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Well, it seems like this is something we've said quite a bit the last few years, but now we really feel like we're in a golden age for point guards. So many point guards on so many teams are the leaders and best players on their teams. You can name a dozen all-star level point guards in the league right now.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Porzingis passes to Anthony. And it's good. Anthony's got 41.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
A nice shot by Barea.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on him.
Galloway kicks to Anthony. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got his fourth assist in this one. Pass to Villanueva. Now here's Barea. He kicks to Anderson. Lopez with the steal. And again, Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's got 45 points.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Barea. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And guys, every season there seems to be a player who is at the end of their contract. They'll have talent and they'll be traded to a team looking for an extra piece. It's the ultimate risk-reward move, if you will, in the NBA. And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
And trading assets for a player that can walk at the end of the year is the big risk GMs take. And last season, Clark, it happened with the Rondo trade.
And to a lesser extent, the whole Kevin Love deal made prior to the season would fit into that category as well. Nowitzki has been playing really well. He's got 10 rebounds, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Count that one. And that's 15 points for Williams.
That's a terrific move to the basket. The defense played that one well, but it didn't make any difference.
Anthony against Parsons. That's tipped. Pachulia with the steal. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Aflalo. Matthews, no good.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum. I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Feeds it to Anthony. And stolen by Nowitzki. Pulls up. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lets it go from 14. Mavericks trailed by 19. Outside Williams. Six to shoot. Nowitzki a screen. Parsons for 3. Rebound by Anthony. The Knicks leading by 19. They break it out 5-on-3. Pachulia with the steal. And here comes Parsons leading the fast break. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Even though it went down, I don't think that's the kind of look they should be settling for.
Galloway, the pass to Lopez. He dishes it to Anthony. Knocked away. And again, Dallas running up the court in transition. Matthews, no good. The Knicks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
What a good time for the three-pointer. The fast break had the D scattered all over the place.
Williams kicks to Pachulia. Right block shot. That misses off the backboard.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now Anthony.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively, they desperately need a basket.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Galloway, the pass to Aflalo. They set the pick. With some arc. Matthews with the rebound.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Williams dishes to Nowitzki. Count it, and with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Here's Galloway. He's guarded by Williams. From 13, and Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 6 rebounds in the game. Matthews, no one around him. Another 3 for Dallas.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
It's Williams with the drive. Got a piece of it.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. Can't hit from the elbow.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
And New York making a change here. Grant's checked in. Parsons attacking. Looking to end the run. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Williams against Grant. Here's Porzingis. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. The big change last year for the Mavs came when they traded for Rajon Rondo. It looked to be the missing piece for him, Clark, but boy, it just never seemed to come together.
You just don't know. Trades are always risky. You don't know how they're going to work out, and I give credit to ownership for talking to the players to see what they thought about the trade before they actually made the deal.
Knicks with the rebound.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Puts up the baby hook. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
And the pass to Parsons. He feeds it to Pachulia. Good D by Lopez.
And things just didn't really work out with Rondo here with the Mavs. Missed a lot of games and at times clashed with that coaching staff.
And, you know, they said it was the injury, but you have to suspect the Mavs just shut him down in the playoffs. They took a big swing and missed with Rondo in acquiring him, but I think you have to give them credit for at least taking the risk.
And New York making a change here. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Williams, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Vujacic in for Aaron Aflalo. Full 24-second shot clock. Here is Matthews. The second chance effort. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
As a team, they're hovering around 86 to 87% from the line. That's exactly what you want to see. I mean, converting at that rate, that'll win you a lot of games. Boy, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
Williams with the ball. Parsons outside. And nothing is falling for him right now.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Knicks.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And looking at the arc of the season, this is the first of 2 meetings on the year, so this will be a solid win to go up 1-0 in the season series against the Mavs.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Carmelo Anthony. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Grant with the ball. Now guarded by Parsons. Grant kicks to O'Quinn. 5 to shoot. Right side, Williams. Williams with the block. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Long range from the inbound. No good. So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time